ASMR video, and let's take a deep dive and discover some of the Japan's most strangest tradition. Well, at least strange for us, the Westerns. Japan has always had a reputation for its distinctive culture, and their unique tradition. Without a doubt, Japan is one of the most innovative and creative societies in the world. But for some of the visitors, especially those from the Western countries, it's the unique aspect of Japanese culture that for them it sounds a little bit strange, it's a bit weird. But this is what makes Japan so unique and charming. And I prepared here a list of, from my opinion, what are the most strange or strangest things, behaviors, customs in Japan. And there, for example, we're gonna start with some festivals. For example, we have here so the Kanamara Matsuri. I hope I pronounce it correctly. Kanamara Matsuri, which is a festival of iron phallus. Yes, you may heard iron phallus. The Kanamara Matsuri, a festival of the iron phallus, most commonly known as the penis festival. This festival was originally held as means to guard against sexuality transmitted diseases. Yes, and everything related to this festival, it's in the shape of a penis. Be prepared for phallic puppets, floats, costumes, and even dildos. Well, this is one of the rare moments you will see the usually reserved Japanese people go all out on the streets on Kawasaki. So this is strange for us, but this is part of their tradition and their culture. Next we have another festival, which is Shukatsu festival. Well, actually Shukatsu festival, it's something like try before you die. It's the festival of funerals, your own funerals. It sounds very weird, but with the Shukatsu festival in Japan, they teach people about the unpredictability of death. And they teach you how to prepare for your own death. This includes lessons of psychological preparation and testing even of coffins to fit your size. Well, this is very strange. But you can even sample makeup, and also you can try some hair options for your own funeral. Well, try to imagine in the Western country. I don't know if where it's somewhere in the world there is a festival related to your own funeral. bizarre festivals in Japan. This is focusing on baby crying competition. Baby crying competition. Sounds fun, right? But not. It's not very simple because those people. This involves some sumo wrestlers, each holding up a baby, and the referee then puts on scary masks in attempts to make the babies cry. Of course, they put scary masks on sumo wrestler faces in attempts to make the baby cry. Now pay attention, because the loudest and longest crier is declared the winner. It sounds very strange, but this festival has a 400-year-old root, and its old tradition, and the Japanese people, they think that this will keep the babies in good health. Maybe they're right. Right. Nakisomo Mistori. Good. Now, let's move next. We have another festival here, which is the Hataka Matsuri. Hataka Matsuri. Right. It's translated the Naked Festival. Naked Festival. Well, Okayama. Well, there are 9,000 men dressed only in loincloths, fighting for 2 sticks. Every year, a priest will throw a pair of lucky sacred sticks into the crowd from a window of 4 meters above the ground. The crowd then has to fight for these sticks and stick them into the wooden measuring box to receive good luck and happiness for the year. Well, these kind of events I heard also to be held in some other areas of the world, something like this, but it's also interesting, right? Good. What do we have next? Well, because we are at the festivals, we have the Akutai Matsuri. Akutai Matsuri. What is this? It's translated, or it's regarded as the cursing festival. Yes, it sounds very weird for us. Cursing festival. Well, there are 13 priests dressed up as tengus. Tengus are mythical demons as they travel to Mount Atago. Along the way, people are encouraged to shout insults at these demons and try to steal their offerings for good luck. Alright, this is some sort of pilgrimage. Even if you don't know how to curse in Japanese, you are welcomed as a stranger to join the fun and curse in every language that you want. So, this sounds very weird, but it's also part of the Japanese tradition and culture, so we should respect them. Alright? Now, let's move to some customs that or behaviors that are part of the daily Japanese social behavior, let's say. For example, what is allowed and it's not allowed in the Japanese daily social behavior. For example, blowing your is considered disgusting? Well, blowing your nose in public, of course. But blowing your nose with a handkerchief or napkin is equally, it's very repulsive. So maybe you can use a tissue, but be sure when you blow your nose that you are in private and nobody sees you. Right. Let's see what's next. Wearing toilet slippers. Well, for example, when you are welcomed in a house or you are invited in a Japanese house, when you visit your friends there, they will offer you a pair of slippers to enter their house. That's normal, and this also applies in many countries, for example in Europe. But then you will find another pair of slippers specially only for the toilet. And every time you enter in the toilet you must change them. Well, actually I think this is regarded to the high hygiene, because maybe they consider that the toilet is a dirty place, so that's why they put special slippers only for stepping into the toilet, in my opinion. But this is a traditional there, right? Next, well, you know that in many countries tipping or letting a tip after a dinner or after serving something in a restaurant, it's quite normal. Well, in Japan it's not. Japan workers at restaurants, hotels and entertainment venues will simply refuse to take any tips, and they are considering letting tips insulting. Well, actually, so when you are in Japan, try to not let a tip to the restaurant, because it's considered an insulting way. Good. Well, let's see, let's pick up the next one. Let's see what we have here. Well, actually, yes, noodle slurping. Well, a slurping noodle is considered as a good manner and a sign of appreciation that you enjoyed the meal. Ooh, that's strange, because slurping in Europe is considered a bad behavior or a sign of uneducational lacunes. So, well, actually, what we are considered normal or a good behavior in Japan is considered otherwise. So, take this into account when you try noodle in Japan. Just slurp, because that means you enjoy the meal. Interesting and strange at the same time, right? Well, they are renowned for the super complex toilets and hygiene in the toilets and hotels. Well, they have the super complex toilets at hotels, shopping and restaurants. With high-tech toilets, even electronically, toilet sheet and beaded collet, washlet. Okay. Try when you are in Japan. You may find something very weird, because there are streets with no names. Yes, there are streets with no names or numbers. This makes excruciatingly difficult to ask for a direction for somebody. exact destination. Right. Well, in the Western countries and Western culture, holding a door open for others or for somebody that's accompanying you, it's a sign of respect and honor. Well, not in Japan. But no one expects you to hold the door for them, and no one will do it for you. So, yes, this is strange, right? Alright. Maybe you have heard about the square watermelons. They are very popular in Japan, and for us it's a weird thing, but they're also ultra expensive. Square watermelons, they have an origin, were first designed to fit in more compact in fridges and to be more easily to be cut out. Yes, they have a reason for that. But they seems become decorative items. They can cost much as $100 per piece. So maybe next time when you travel to Japan and you're gonna see a square watermelon, think about it that is an object of design, a decorative object, and it's very expensive. Right. What you should avoid in Japan, it's number 4. Number 4, has a special meaning in Japan. It's considered that it's the worst number or the unlucky number. And this is because the word for death is almost identical with their word for number 4. And that's why number 4 has become an unlucky number for the country. It's like March as number 13 in the Western country, but worse. So try to avoid taking a decision on the 4th of every month, or shopping in with 4 family numbers or 4 friends and so on. Good. You know, many of us, in many countries you can see people on streets eating and walking. That's, I think, a normal sight in many countries. But in Japan, eating whilst walking, it's considered a sign of low status, and it's seen as rude. So avoid this. The best way is to eat your meal while you're alone, in private or with a friend, but not in public and not walking. Just stay on a bench and eat your meal. Good, that was strange. Alright, many times we're working hard. We have the feeling that a nap will refresh ourselves. Well, sleeping on the job is a sign of commitment in Japan, as is seen as a bad behavior in the Western countries, because being caught napping on the job, it's not good look. In Japan, however, it's totally acceptable because it's a sign of hard working. companies that even allow employees to take 30 minutes siestas at any time between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. Well, actually, that's the same applied. That's the same tradition also in Spain. They have siesta from 2 to 4 or 5 o'clock. And in Spain, for example, they will close even the shops in that period of time. So this is not very unusual. But the next one, it's the sign of good civilization and respect. Take in account that the kids in Japan clean their own school, so they don't need janitors, because in Japan cleaning their own classroom or halls or rooms, part of their school, is their part of their education. Well, that's interesting. Students as young as first graders set aside time every day to clean and maintain their classroom to be clean as possible, or even halls after events. It is called ososhi. Well, actually, I have seen these. I have seen some Japanese in my city that they have participated at the event, and after event they took out and cleaned every place, every rest of garbage, and they put in some packages, they throw it away on a garbage bin. That was something unusual because, for example, we have janitors for doing that. But this is a very high sign of civilization, so I think we should learn from them. Alright, next, if you're invited in someone's house in Japan, always bring a gift. Always bring a gift. It is an honor in Japan to be invited in someone's house, and will not happen oftenly, only if you are very close with them. So be sure that you take a gift and give the host a present. This will show you the highest respect. Right. Okay, so pouring your own glass. In Japan it's considered rude. Yes. If you poured a drink for others, that's normal. But there will be another one that will hopefully see that your drink is empty and pour for you. Don't pour your own a drink in your own glass. Let somebody else do it. Well, actually, this is strange for us, but it's part of their tradition, so we should learn. That's my opinion. Well, actually, that was really interesting, because for us, most of them, they sound very weird. But like I said, we should learn from them, and I hope you enjoyed this video of very short, let's say, ASMR, whispered facts about unusual Japanese traditions, behaviors, customs. And if you watch until here, please hit the subscribe button, and of course leave a comment below with some suggestions, or maybe you can criticize this video if you don't like. I'm very eager to find your develop and provide more quality videos in the ASMR